And welcome to another LEGO City set review. Today we're looking at set number 60230, and I love these minifigure packs. For a decent price you get a lot of minifigures. The mini builds aren't that important, they're still a nice addition, but all these minifigures, great way to add to your regular set collections. I've done a video review on the first of these sets a few years ago, and I'm also looking forward to picking up the sort of adventure or country park set that they've done. That looks quite nice as well, but sometime later. But I did also pick up another space themed set, the space station one. It just looked really awesome, so I had to pick it up, and I'll be filming that in a different video. Displaying all the minifigures here and some of their builds, and on here lining up all the minifigures as well. And by the way, these are based on the actual NASA stuff and not sort of just LEGO Classic Space. Here it says inspired by NASA careers, and this robot here is meant to be that, and it just doesn't look right, so oopsies there. Now inside the package there are two instruction booklets, and for some reason instruction booklet 1 covers bag 1 and 2, and instruction booklet 2 covers just bag 3. It's a weird way to cut it up. It's a bit silly. I mean, either have 3 booklets, one for each bag, or just one big book for this entire set. I don't get why they had to cut it up like that. And this, on the back of this booklet, they also show you some photos of what they're inspired by when building some of these mini builds, as well as this drone, and showing off this robot again, which again just doesn't look like it. We have a decent selection of spare pieces here, many of these different transparent colored studs. This flower one, really like this collection of colors, by the way. A whip, this signal thing, some switches, and wedges. So unlike my usual way of reviewing these where I take a look at the sets before taking a look at the minifigures, I'm going to take a look at these in their little individual scenarios. So first one, we have this drone building thing. We have a little span piece there, and just a very simple thing. This reminds me of something from Porto, to be honest, because just a white overall build, some black lines, and a big glowing colored red dot in the middle. And this minifigure that we have here is quite decent. She's holding a little remote control with a printed sort of radar look to it, and a very nice face here, very useful for other scenarios, just scientific research, biological research, or maybe zombie apocalypse or something like that, chemicals and stuff. Very nice thing to have, or maybe even have some sort of weird alien surgery science. I like the whole look of it. I like this little hat thing, which you get some of the nurse minifigures. I think I have one of these. It was on the minifigure series packs, and I just like this blue glove that they have on her. It looks really, really nice. I have this guy who's claiming this land on behalf of the coward country. I guess it's just a white flag. I'm glad it's not an American flag. I don't want any countries in here. Just a generic. It's good. I know NASA is an American organization, but yeah, it's nice that it's not here. So very basic rock build. Has one of these special rock pieces, which I'll take a closer look at in a different scenario. And there's been different colors of these, by the way, from different sets. That's pretty cool. I like this piece a lot. More on that later. But the build itself is very simple, just a basic mountain thing, and he's standing on top there, and he's really, really happy. The minifigure itself, I like the suit design. It's very basic, very simple, and again reminds me of something more retro or 50s, 60s look to him. Even though I know it's based on some newer designs, but still, it gives me that vibe. Now the helmet is a new mold for these space sets that just come out. It's dual molded, got this black with some little panel lines on the back and just white here. Matte black with shiny white, good combination, nice contrast. This glass piece here, it's the same mold as some of the previous stuff from Deep Seas and other space stuff, so nothing new with that, just in this very saturated orange color. He doesn't have a secondary face, but he does have back printing. Just get that out the way. Now the oxygen tank is the same that we've seen for many years. Nothing new there. But here's just a quick look at the back of his torso, which is also printed quite nicely. Very simple design. We get some silver highlights there for the helmet, for the piping, and that's cool. Standing there, we have a regular astronaut taking a photo of him. Now, one does question why they don't both have the same type of spacesuit. So he's got a camera, very basic stuff, and on this, his oxygen tank, he's got some thrusters on the back, and I'm guessing this is a video camera as well as a regular camera that he does. So just take that helmet off. Oh, it's a woman. It's got a woman's face on it. But anyway, torso's unisex, so that's the thing. The suit design is okay. I don't mind it. It's again quite new and fancy. Whereas the blue one feels quite retro, so it was a nice contrast. As a minifigure pack, it's nice to have, you know, bits of different things. So that's okay. So greenhouse machine, and you know, everything just opens up like it should, and that's where all the different colors come from. Those little studs, just nice mix of colors there. And nothing special here. Just yeah, you're not gonna feed any astronauts with just one flower. I also like this new leaf piece. This is kind of cool. Just two pieces here. It's nice. It's a bit different. I've not seen it before, so that's cool. And with this scene, we have a scientist. She has a magnifying glass. Nothing too special about her. She looks a little bit, you know, older. Some wrinkles on her. And if you move it back, she has like twitching eyes. So you have two expressions on this figure. That's kind of cool. Nothing too special about her, but just a neat little figure. So we have that not quite correct robot. Anyway, he's got this huge armor thing on him. And we've seen this armor pack before of like Nixel Knights and all that. Or maybe some other kind of like armored warrior, but now it's molded in white, and it's got this little blue thing on the front there. And I think some people actually use this mold to make custom Iron Man armors like Mark 1 and stuff. Underneath that basic skeleton, the feet have these little squares on them. I've seen that with like Minecraft skeletons. That's what it is. It's got this grey color. Would have been really cool if it was like a metallic color, wouldn't it? Just slowly moving towards an actual like Terminator minifigure. That'd be something. And we have this gold minifigure head, not too shiny, and a white helmet goes on top of that. So you could put like a visor on that, just like some of the other helmets. And it's just on this little stand. It's very basic, but the details are nice. Got this yellow and black lining there, but I also like this little air fence on the side. That's kind of cool. And we got this we got this welder guy. He's got like a blue toolbox. I've not seen this color before, but you know, red and stuff, I've seen it. And a little blowtorch, so he's like fixing it up. He's got this piece there. And just take that off, he's got a standard bushy beard guy face. Next up we have another workman minifigure here, but she's sort of testing this mini rocket. It's on a rotating thing there, and a little flyer on the back. Nothing too special about this, not a big fan, but you get a blank R2-D2 body if you want that. But this is probably like the most boring build out of the lot, so I'm just gonna put that out the way because I'm already sick of it. But the minifigure itself is nice. She's got a red cup there, visors on the front, nothing too special about her, but what makes her really special is, take that off and she has a secondary face here where she's got like smoke and stuff on her face. And you know, just clean area where her goggles are. So that's kind of cool. By the way, this hairpiece is dual molded. We've seen these pieces before on the construction sets for Lego City, but nevertheless, this is a nice figure. Same torso as the other guy, just with a pretty cool and unique head print. Those two technicians, we also have this piece here, just a little computer screen, and no stickers by the way in this set, so that's nice. Everything's just printed. And this is the same screen you got like with the Jurassic Park set, was it? Anyway, that's kind of cool. Nice keyboard print there. Same piece we got from a long time ago. Now we're going to talk a bit more about this piece here. This is actually dual molded. We've got the solid brown and little transparent red bits inside. Reminds me of jelly, of course. And of course, if you do shine a light on it, it does shine through a bit, and it's pretty cool. And let me just do that. Let's go Green Lantern here because he's from space. Oh, he's got no light left. Okay. Let's get Stormtrooper here because he's also ran out of light. Let's put my phone's light behind there. You can see that the light is shining through. It's quite nice, quite cool. And so yeah, it's quite a nice piece. It's a new mold, and they put it in every single space set. Seems to have one of these. So that's nice. It's a very unique piece. It's pretty, and you can also use it for many other things. Like you can put these two together, and then it sort of seals off the inside. So nice, I guess. I've seen a lot of people selling these as individual pieces in like Inns Point in Hong Kong. And, you know, you can buy like different minifigures and stuff, and these pieces are just put out there like, hey, these are special, so go buy them. We have a bit of a funny build. We have this treadmill here with this printed piece. That's fine. Printed wedge. And we also have this guy who's supposed to be running on it. And there's a stack of pizza boxes on here. And we have his doctor / trainer, because he's got a doctor torso, but he's also got all these equipment, hanging a pizza in front of him like, oh, you better run faster if you want to eat this. So he's on the treadmill and he's getting encouraged by pizza. So I've seen this print before, just regular Doctor minifigs, and I've seen this face before, and this hat was literally on just the other female figure right now. As for this figure here, he has this whole like spacesuit, sort of more relaxed, sort of hoodie look, a training look. And on the other side of his face, he has this kind of like face, so he's sort of running out of breath. And then there's another two of these figures that also have the same uniform, and for something that's a bit like a newer print and more unique to the space stuff, it's cool to get more of these sort of looks. This comes with a trash can, because if you get sick on these, you got this one minifigure here. He has like a blowing face. He's gonna like throw up and stuff. More on the minifigure in a moment. I guess you just hold your finger on here and just hold that down, and then you can just spin this and it goes quite like, there we go. There you go, going quite fast, quite smoothly. So that's neat. Just in case you don't know what that is, this is basically how they train some of the astronauts for the velocity and momentum when the rocket is accelerating, going out of our atmosphere, or when they return to Earth. Yeah, the rush and speed is pretty epic and really hard on the body, so they need to train for it and get used to it. Now, they don't exactly sit like that sometimes. I've seen them like actually sitting up and facing forward. That makes more sense, but whatever. As a little mini build thing, it's got play features, it's quite fun, and it's similar to something that astronauts actually have to go through in training. I've got some little clips there, so you can just move that up and down, I guess. And have that down if you want to do that. Oh no, okay, it'll hit when it's down, so up only or flat. Got a woman here, she's wearing the same hoodie as the other guy that you just saw. No secondary face, so nothing too special about her. This face has been like seen in many other sets, so let's just put her to... As for the guy here, again, he is quite generic, but I've seen this face before, I think in the Ferris wheel set that I built. Does he have a secondary face? Yes, he's got a happy face, and here's just like air blowing face. I've also seen like kid minifigures of this face as well, so it's still quite nice. I like this face, it's cheeky, it's funny. Scene of the set, we have a little sort of reporter interview going on. So we have, this is the reporter. He's got this like fancy anchor hairstyle, wavy, trying to look cool and handsome. Standard suit, standard face, nothing special about him. Moving to the side. We have his camera guy, and again he's trying to look cool with spiked up hair. Scared face on the back. There's a reason for that, more on that later. And sort of like a Hawaiian, just casual shirt. That's fine. But the print on this, again, Lego, just use some white paint, because this yellow skin texture doesn't work. It's faded, there's no white paint underneath that, and this white print itself is also very faded, it's just sort of blue. On the back it looks okay, because there's nothing to contrast it with. On the front, with all the yellow and other stuff there, it just doesn't look right. In the scene, there are also two astronauts, again in a slightly different space design. Now the print here is very similar to the white astronaut we saw earlier, just in an orange suit, because she doesn't have all the big armor packs and stuff. But the print, I mean, the actual print quality of this is quite nice. It's just a bit different to the other space astronauts again. The helmet and gas tank are of course the same as other minifigures. And here's a quick look at the back of her print. So again, it's quite unisex. One of the best things about these minifigure packs is you can just swap pieces around and just make your own characters. Part of the fun of the mix and match. It's cool. Okay, and finally, now the reason why the the camera guy was scared is this figure. Now the astronaut himself, he's got a little mustache face there, and a happy face on the back, like but I find this quite sinister. So he's holding this up, and you're thinking, okay, he's holding a balloon with an alien head on it. But this alien head is just a regular minifigure head from other like sets. I think this head was last seen in one of the minifigure series. Maybe some of the alien invasion ones from last time space sets were around. But this is just a regular head, so one could say that he actually decapitated an alien and has brought it home and stuck it on the spike. And he's really happy about it. Look, he's got a smug face. Like, actually, it kind of reminds me of Randy Marsh when he's being smug. So, yeah, that's why the guy's freaked out. He's like, oh my god, it's a real alien! And you killed it! And you chopped his head off and put it on a stick. And finally, this also comes with 2 extra hair pieces for some of your figures when they take their helmets off. Over the set, we have a nice selection of mini builds, actually quite decent and useful, not just kind of crappy gimmicks you might get from like advent calendars or other micro builds like polybags. These are actually like decent stuff that you can add to or put into maybe a bigger space station that you've built yourself. These are good, I like them. The minifigures have a nice selection, a few repeats or few stuff used from older sets, but they're still fine, they're still good minifigures. But we also get a bunch of like new space designs all crammed into here. Really good. For the price that this thing is going for, if you like space Lego or just like to add some flavor to your Lego City sets, this is great. Just, yeah, love this. I love these sets a lot. Is it one of the best ones? I think so. It's better than the first one that I reviewed. And as much as I like the sort of adventure or camping one, I think this one's definitely more unique. And there's also one of these sets where it's just sort of like theme park based, so you add it to your theme park rides. That one's a bit too generic for me. So I think this one's a definite highlight to these minifigure box sets. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and guys, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.